Guess what happened today? We moved on from talking about Judah and we started talking about the surrounding nations and how they are also going to be judged for their sin and straying from God. Basically, just a tiny little recap about who we talked about today and why they are getting judged. It talks about how a lot of these nations surrounding Judah really just kind of rejoiced in Judah's downfall. And whenever Judah started straying from the Lord, these people were pretty happy about it because Judah started just tanking, honestly. So here's a lovely little list that Tyndale left. Please enjoy. The Ammonites were judged because of their joy over the desecration of the temple. The Moabites because they found pleasure in Judah's wickedness. The Edomites because of their radical hatred of the people of Judah. And the Philistines because they sought revenge against Judah for defeating them in battle. And then it also moves on in 26 talking about Tyrus and how they rejoiced in Judah's downfall because they were trading rivals, and when Judah couldn't handle a lot of those trade routes coming through, all that money and all that trade went through Tyrus, and they really benefited from that. For all of these nations, highly selfish, and goes against what God calls us to do. In Proverbs, it mentions how you're not to rejoice in your enemy's downfall, you're not to rejoice in your rival's downfall, and you are supposed to have grace and hope that everybody succeeds and everybody finds the Lord, right? Speaking of Proverbs, we also finished that today. So I'm really hoping that everybody feels super duper wise and ready to take on the world and answer all of the world's problems now that we have read the Book of Wisdom. Although I'm not sure how well that's going to go because the guy who wrote it didn't make the greatest decisions. So I think wisdom is only part of the equation. And maybe a healthy fear of the Lord and reverence for God is how we can just go that one step further. Proverbs ends by kind of describing like what a wise woman is and basically just kind of recapping all the like mini lessons. My cat is tickling my foot within the book. And basically calling us to work hard, be encouraging, be a supportive spouse, to have a heart for people who are not as fortunate, to be wise with your money, to love your neighbor, to love your enemy, and to not rejoice in people's downfalls because it makes you feel better and look better. Because you should only be feeling better when you take it to God. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.